Hi, my name is Elena Butler, and this is my literacy journey. To begin with, my first literary experience was with my mother. She used to read to me every single night, and one of my favorite books she used to read was Alice in Wonderland. So, a fun fact about me, I actually started school in Germany, so when I started elementary school, I learned both English and German. I did stop speaking German when I moved to the United States, so it was about third grade. I had a lot of friends who used to make fun of me for speaking a different language, so I stopped using it. I still remember a little bit, but I won't speak it much just because I've always felt uncomfortable. My mom has always been a huge inspiration in my literary experiences. I remember my mom, she bought me like this whole library, and I remember she used to ask me to read every single book in the library, and after I would tell her that I've read every single book, she would ask me to read the books all over again. And I used to get a little bit frustrated with that at first, but now that I'm getting older, I'm seeing how important it was for me to keep reading and stuff, even though I wanted to read more books and different books. But now that I've read those books over and over again, now I could see how they apply to life, and just really what those books do. My first writing experience I remember was in first grade, and I remember I was trying to write just this wonderful paper. We were timed, and I was being really stressed out, and all I could get out at that moment was I lick school. I was trying to write I like school, and yeah, I was so stressed out within it was probably about hours worth of time or something like that. But at the end of that school year, I had actually started progressing in my writing, and I was able to write full-on pages, not just paragraphs at the end of that school year. And that was just first grade, so I was really excited about that. Second grade, I had kind of an embarrassing library experience. I was really into nonfiction at the time, and I wanted to check out this book on it had stuff about spy equipment and stuff like that, and all the things that they use, and I thought it was just so cool. And I go up to the library checkout, and I just happened to need to use the restroom at the time, and the librarian didn't see me, and I kept trying to get her attention, and she didn't hear me, and accidentally used the restroom at the library. Third grade, I was getting better at my writing, but I was really struggling with spelling words and trying to memorize them and stuff like that. Let's see. So we'll say about sixth grade, that's when I really started getting into writing poetry, and actually still writing poetry today. I even write a few raps and stuff like that too. Eighth grade, I remember that was a really kind of traumatizing experience for me in my literacy journey. I wrote this speech on allergies, and I think it was just about where they come from and how do you ended up with allergies and stuff like that. And right before I give the speech, my teacher grades the paper, and it's covered in all this red pen, and I remember just wanting to cry and stuff like that. And I'm reading the speech, and I'm just trying to sound as confident as possible, and ended up not going well at all, and actually feared a lot of public speaking. 10th grade, that was actually a bigger movement in my literacy journey, I would say, for me, because my teacher, she noticed that people were coming into her class and they could write and stuff like that, but they had no grammatical skills. And so that entire year, a 10th grade honors English, we just worked on those grammatical skills, make sure we get commas right, make sure we know all parts of speech, and I think that's really helped me develop as a writer. And when I got to the 11th grade, I took AP English, and I remember I was just getting really frustrated because I kept struggling with writing these papers, and that's when I started getting into more politics into this class, because I was learning that sometimes you have to kind of do your research for these books we were reading, and I was reading about, like, what inspired these books or what inspired these essays and stuff. So I started using that background information that I was learning to help me with my writing. My emphasis is in English, and I chose English as my emphasis after when I was in the 12th grade. I took communications with this one girl, and she was reading and writing at a 3rd grade level, and that's when I realized how important it was to establish those skills in elementary, because I've seen a lot of people that have gone to school with, and they kind of just pass by through and stuff like that. And I remember seeing that girl struggle, and at first she thought, like, her asking for help meant like I was gonna judge her and stuff like that. But we worked a lot together in that class so she can be successful, and she passed the class and she even graduated, so I'm like super happy for her. That literacy is something that just plays a huge role in my life, because I feel like that's something that's always progressed me forward. I've always wanted to write books. I've been thinking about writing children's books a lot lately, but I've been also thinking about writing a book about my own life. I think that's all. Thank you guys for your time, and you guys have a great day.